You are watching a Fact TV presentation of the town of Swanzey.
calling the Swanzey Zoning Board of Adjustments meeting for March 16th here. We have, looks like one special exception on our docket today, but we'll start by calling us to order. Would you mind doing the honors?
Adam Mulner.
Here.
James Ward.
Here.
Dan Terzinski.
Here.
Jessica Ramsey Sanchez. Pete Delaney.
Here.
Joe Parisi.
Here.
Wayne Lefferts.
Thank you very much. We also have minutes from February 9th. I believe you were here. I was here, Ann. That's enough for quorum on a vote for those minutes to approve. So,
I
you guys,
move that we approve the minutes of February 9th.
I'll second that.
okay, so the minutes for February 9th, 2026 have been, a motion's made to approve them. It's been seconded. All those in favor, please do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, those are approved. We also have a special exception on the docket here. There are a few of the board members who are not currently here, so we're not going to sit Pete, are we? We're going to sit him and have him recuse himself?
Well, yeah, I mean,
I'm going to seat you for this real quick here. So I'm going to seat you for Wayne for now, because there's one thing that we're going to do prior, which is, you know, the level of, does this particular, does it make regional impact? Okay. So Pete, I'm going to sit you for Wayne at just the beginning here, and then we'll move forward. So does anyone feel that this particular special exception raised to the level of regional impact?
Neighboring towns have been notified about this project.
Yeah.
So just to throw it out there. Yeah.
I move that there is no regional impact to the Swansea portion of this project.
Motion's been made.
I would second that.
And so we're going to second that. So a motion's been made to, that this does not rise to the level of regional impact, and has been seconded. All those in favor, please do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Moving on to the public hearing, ZBA 26-003 special exception. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to open up the public hearing at this stage for this. So we are now opened. All right, well, I'm just going to give you ahead and pass the torch. So being that a few of us were abutters to this particular, special exception, me being one, and actually Pete being another, and I think half the rest of Swansea following the next piece of this, we're going to recuse ourselves. I'm going to recuse myself from this particular meeting. Jay Ward, our vice chair, is going to chair this event, or this meeting. You will be left at this point with 3 out of 5 of potential board members. It is your right to have a full board. This being kind of a difficult situation in that 2 of us are obviously going to have to recuse ourselves, being not only abutters, but mentioned directly in the special exception as being those that have been served with papers that you were doing this project. Would you like to move forward with a 3-person board?
I think, to be respectful of everybody's time, it seems like it's worth moving forward.
Good.
All the folks who showed up.
All right.
So,
Fantastic. Fantastic. You're in good hands with Jay here
Okay.
and the rest of the board. I'm going to find myself seating out there in the audience and listen through this. So
You understand that that means it has to be a unanimous decision. All 3 of us have to say yes.
Okay.
Okay?
I think at any point, if you feel uncomfortable with proceeding, I think we should allow a continuance.
If there was a, if it wasn't unanimous, would there be the ability to present this again? No. Okay.
So unfortunately, with a special exception or a variance application,
Okay.
it's one bite at the apple, so to speak, on a given, unless there's something materially different about the special exception or the variance.
Okay. I think.
Whereas a 5-person board, you'd only have to convince 3 out of the 5
Yeah. No, I
to do
understand.
so versus all 3 members.
I'm sorry, I have a question. Are the other members who aren't here this evening, are they also abutters?
That was going to be my question.
Yeah.
I don't know whether Wayne owns any property that's,
Yeah, I don't think.
I could read
Wayne
real quick,
is-
I mean,
Yeah,
they're here.
real quick, let's see if we can find
The, yeah, the quirk is the rail trail parcel
Yeah,
is
It
included.
just,
I'm not.
And so
it's-
anybody who abuts the rail trail, counts as an abutter.
Yeah, it's real quick.
unfortunately, the way our, well, I mean, unfortunately and unfortunately, for conflict of interest,
Oh, I understand
specifically
completely.
stated out
Yeah.
there, if there was an employer or an employee relationship, or the member was an abutter to the particular property,
Yeah.
that we're supposed to recuse ourselves.
Right.
Just for protection of the.
Oh, yeah, no, I completely understand. I coordinated with Adam ahead of time to see if there was a way around, just sort of
you
that
on-
quirk of the tax
19.
mapping, but,
We're just gonna look real quick to see if the other board members,
I'm control F-ing in the application, I don't see Wayne.
okay.
I
about
didn't,
Jessica?
I didn't either, but I thought I'd ask.
How about Jessica, should she be needed as an alternate?
Looking now. Okay. No, no. I don't see Jessica.
Ramsey Sanchez?
So,
I think
to
given.
be fair, there could potentially be two other board members.
but-
One
yeah.
is an alternate, one's a board member, who
Okay.
could be sitting on this case to increase this to 5.
Okay. I think given that we wouldn't end up in the same position, at the next meeting, knowing that they aren't abutters as well, I think I'd like to request continuance to the next meeting, if that's acceptable.
That's what
Yeah.
we would do.
Fair enough.
We continue this public hearing that's been opened
Okay,
already.
okay.
I'm gonna let you continue. I've stepped down from this and I'll let you continue to.
So that means that the three of us who are here, who are not recused, would vote whether or not we want to continue this meeting. If he's requesting it and we agree, then we continue it.
I would agree that we continue it. I would,
I defer to the applicant if they wanted to defer.
He asked if we could defer.
Yeah, I would
Okay.
support
So I would
that.
say we should defer it. I mean, I feel badly for all the people who showed up tonight.
We're okay. I was speaking for myself, but
It doesn't seem to make sense to present with such a tight margin.
And if that means, it's not fair to the applicant to require every single one of us to vote yes, so, yeah.
Can I ask one question, please?
Yes, please.
Is this for one specific part of the town? I mean, our land abuts the Chail Rail. That's on the map usually. Is that involved in this?
Yes.
It is. I thought Eversource had already put in new posts and wires through that part of the Chail
I-
Rail.
Through the rail trail?
Yes.
Oh, okay, well, this is close to the rail trail, but it's not on the rail trail in that area, as far as I understand.
Yeah. I mean, I think the project in Swanzey includes the replacement of 25 of the existing wooden poles with steel poles. And those are, located,
I think it's on one of the maps we have here.
yeah. I don't have
They're
that.
numbered, I have it on one of these maps.
This,
Pretty much, yeah, it's not blown up, that's the problem. But, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places in Swansea.
so,
The rest is Winchester.
yeah, so this special exception request is for just 4 poles within the floodplain district.
Yeah.
But then outside of that, there are additional structures that are proposed to get replaced, but they fall outside of the floodplain district, so.
So the conflict is with the floodplain district where you can't do anything within a certain number of feet of the river, basically.
So,
And these 4 poles fall into that area.
Can I just clarify, we have decided to continue this to the next meeting?
We
yes.
have, but we just want to.
No, I just want to make sure that,
Yeah.
And that means that after we do this, I mean, you're welcome to look at this map for what it means, of where these things are going to be, just so you know.
Okay, I'd like to.
Yeah, because I expect to see you next time.
There should be a copy of the application with Adam. You guys are welcome I could also give you guys the number of the outreach person from Eversource, who can answer like general questions about where and what.
And so why don't we spend a few minutes with any other questions folks have, and also let you give information out to people.
Okay, yeah, I don't have any of his cards, but I said his phone number.
Yes, ma'am.
Mine is just for you, just to make sure that we really come next month and there really is a quorum.
The date of the continuance.
Well, we
The
don't
date
do
of
the
the
rest
next
of the
meeting.
I get it, there's a fair
I
amount of
understand
here,
that.
we could even get more.
We have openings.
Oh, I used to sit on it, I'm good.
So, yeah, if I could explain some logistics, if you don't mind. It's challenging to get, yeah, well, and that's not the only problem necessarily, you know, things come up. And so typically we don't really find out we have a quorum until the day or night of. So I do apologize for everybody who came out tonight.
4 of the 5 elected members are here. 2 of the elected members that were just elected in March were alternates. So we only have 2 alternates now instead of the ones we had before. So that means that we have less cushion.
We self-cannibalized our own group to
Yeah.
become full members. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
So
We work with open arms,
we
welcome.
are also going to be actively looking for another couple alternates between now and the next meeting. Whether they're seated or not, we don't know. But if you know anyone who would like to serve on the zoning board,
He can't be
Please,
the butter.
That you don't need your time to give the notice to everybody, and that should have been like, hey, I really need you guys there.
well, you know, as I said, 4 of the 5 of us who are voted are here, and one of our alternates is here, so we did a pretty good job.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
What will be the date of the next meeting?
It's the,
It's April 20th.
April 20th.
Thank you.
Same time, same place.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Is this referring to the, I don't know what they're called, the A whatever, 12, whatever it is, but are these referring to the big power lines that come across Sawyer's Crossing with the big towers? They're not telephone poles, are they the big power lines?
These are the ones, they're 2 telephone poles with a crossbar at the top, so it looks like we call them H-frames.
Okay.
So they're wooden now.
Yeah.
The project would basically just swap those out for steel,
Okay,
steel towers, or steel poles in the same location.
and so, so because of how the land is divided up, the abutters all have to be notified, is that correct?
Yeah, so the way the legality works out, the RSA is very clear on who needs to be notified. So I notified probably 132 people, when only 4 or 5 properties are
Directly impacted.
So,
I have a question. Yes. Perhaps you can answer this. I know the surveyor states the surveyor not looks like. And someone is surveyor on our property, and they went there, they didn't notify us and surveyed the area. The surveyor's marks that they left basically eliminate half of my backyard. And I'm in a butter, I live at 417 Eaton Road, my name is John McCarty. And I would like to know if, I understand you told our neighbor they have to take down a shed. So if we have a shed, not a terribly big one, but if the property that is laid out, with the surveyor's office is taken, it will cause a great deal of.
We should be digging.
We should close it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna,
I'll give you the phone number for the outreach person who can answer your questions.
Okay.
So just for clarity, the way the zoning board, process works is that any questions that would be directed to the applicant are supposed to be directed through the chairman. And then ultimately, because we closed this particular, we didn't close it, we're postponing it to an additional date or to a future date. There'll be time for these types of questions to be asked directly to the
and
applicant.
that question really needs to go to the town planning office as well as to Eversource directly, because it relates to your property and your dimensions of your property, and we don't have any oversight over that.
Another question. You've then already admitted that there's no effect. There's there's no, it doesn't cause any effect to the property, to the town. What about the abutters whose property is being taken?
Well, that's what we want to hear about tonight. And I don't know of any abutter property that's taken as a result of this particular proposal. And if that's true, then we would like to hear about that.
Well, like I said, I know what surveyor 6 lots look like, and you're welcome to come over to my house and check it out. So, but basically,
This is something that we would hear at the next meeting that we have, but be sure between now and then that we're all straight on that between the planning office and you folks, because I want to be sure that we hear that at the next meeting. Because if that's an issue, that is one of the things we're worried about as we look at the special exception. So I would say.
I want to add one quick, just to be absolutely clear, I'm hoping that nobody here had said that this would have no effect or any special application. That wasn't an intention, if that was what came across. Yep.
I mumbled that in particular, might be abutters to the thing, but they might not be abutters to where the construction is taking place, and that's what I was talking about.
Yeah. Because in any special exception or variance, there's typically somebody who's impacted by something, so that's just, yeah.
That's why we have the public hearing.
Yep. Yep, absolutely.
Thank you for asking that question. So folks, we've closed the public hearing, and I'm going to turn it back over to Adam then, because we have potentially other business here.
Okay. Thank you very much, everybody.
You're welcome to stay if you'd like. Yep. This is what I have. And you can see it. Here's Route 10.
It's pretty easy, I'll
Here's
just check to see
before.
if you're in this overlay. What's your lot?
Whatever.
What's your?
And this whole packet is on the Swanzey website.
Yeah.
So you can go to the zoning board sections and see
No,
this
you guys
agenda.
won't be back.
What you see here
That's the
is
floodplain.
will be online, to be viewed as well.
Yeah.
So this is the
So you guys won't be.
this is the
thought we'd already
area in Swansea.
They are
There's Route 10.
outside of the floodplain. They still need to come in. So if you see structures.
What they're doing is they're taking the present line and replacing the poles that are wooden with metal ones. Yes. Where's your house on this?
Because it's the same.
Okay, so you're over here. The other part.
The power lines are where they are.
Yes, I understand that. And this is over Matthews, this is over Matthews Road.
I mean, directly from
See how close to Route 10 this is? You're over in this part of town. So that's in the other rail trail. And that project is,
But I am in a butter to
that's not in the floodplain, so this is what we're
I
at
can't sit on
tonight.
this,
So
right?
you may be a
I feel like I
butter to
could,
this,
maybe
but
check
you
it.
may not be a butter to what's being discussed tonight.
But
So you should check with Adam about that, to see whether you need to come back.
if a decision was ever came into a courtroom setting,
Well, I thought when I first read this too, and I saw the other.
I would find myself
They have a
in a
map here,
situation where
which includes the Summer Street, area here, so of course, look at the two rail trails, you see.
now we have to find our
Look at
business plan.
this is the one we're talking about right
jump on
here.
between this and the meeting.
But this is,
It's a nuance, and maybe it's
This is-
a nit, but when you're talking
this is where you live, you're on this part right here.
a nit.
Yeah.
But if you're not directly affected by the special exception,
I think you want to know why you were notified for this thing, which is in the floodplain over by the Ashwellet River, and you're not by the Ashwellet River.
because we have
So I would talk to him on your way out and see if, you really have to come the next week.
Thank you.
Some
We
clarity.
have openings if you want to be.
Okay.
So you're probably in the floodplain.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not-
I would try to get in contact with the rep that was here. Or.
Wait, what do we have to do for
It
the
looks like you are in the floodplain.
rules of procedure? It's just changing or adopting what we have here?
But I agree down.
Do you have any comments?
Yeah. Because we've signed this off on this before as a group. Yeah. Do we have to re-sign? Is that the idea behind that? Let's see what he has to say.
Like how, what percentage of your property?
Yeah, I'm very sad about that.
So,
The way
I would
that
talk to
vote.
the.
I think they're challenging it. Are they doing a recount on the Base Hill Road?
Ordinarily,
The project doesn't have to go
It's much clearer. It's much clearer.
Yeah, I don't know. If you wanted to, you know, if you want to send me an email to get returns, I can try to relay that to the.
It's just the safest thing.
You all just let me know, okay?
Your husband's involved, it's the safest thing to do.
Hi.
Fair enough.
Yep. I can't really chat right now, but do you guys have any questions relating to?
But I think they were in the right
Why are you here?
They're crazy, they
Yep.
go against three. Yeah.
So you,
You need an end in this vote.
yeah.
And you only get one
So-
vote at the
The
end.
problem with this
Last week, my
application
son
is that
fell,
I had to notify
in my
everybody
driveway.
in a huge
Fractures
corridor
his
going
elbow.
all the way.
Has to have
across
certain
Swanzey,
torsion ligaments, so
essentially.
his
So you come straight down to his knee?
kneecap fell right,
Oh.
he slid to the sides because of the way he's twisted.
Yeah.
He has to have surgery to repair his knee.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
So,
of course, he lives with
there's not any work being done there, it's
him.
being
I
done
should
over
sue
here.
the owners of this house.
Yeah, but
Like,
Might just be.
Take them for everything they got.
notified
tell you
because
what,
That's what I
yeah,
think.
it's,
Yeah.
it's terrible.
Because they're here,
Yeah.
Summer
Well,
Street.
but they
Well,
think they're
honestly,
gonna
that's,
build
I
within
look
the
at this though, but from the insurance
distance
perspective.
from the river,
Yeah.
but
But that,
it's, the
Yeah.
work is over here, and they're
I
not.
know, I'm not
Yeah.
just assuming, but let me just.
Yeah,
say,
it's
But my
one of those
homeowner's
things,
insurance
so
can
we,
take
when
care
we
of
do a
medical
butters
bills. I don't
notifications,
know what I do.
what we do,
I
and
don't
I'll
know
show you
what I
really
do.
quick,
I don't know.
we
And
click
I-
on a parcel like
I
that,
what is our
I
discussion?
we go to this
safety
button
plan,
here,
I like that.
and it displays a
I
radius
just filed a link.
outside, and so I think what they did is they just attached the back end of this and captured everything, that way they know for sure they're meeting
It's not
the
reasonable
right here.
cost much for my family. So,
Yeah.
anyway, so that's,
What's your address?
that's going my way.
I'm sorry.
Hopefully you're okay. But Swanzey,
just gonna do
his,
We can straighten this out
two
right now.
MRIs so far. One
Nope,
on
you
the
guys
shoulder.
are back.
You know they're there.
So, yeah.
Thank you, I'll go back and
Yeah,
look at it.
no, Jay's absolutely right, he's down. Yeah, thank you guys. Oh, right, yeah,
Enough so he's gonna run for office.
completely applicant's responsibility. I don't have to, no. I just have to make sure that whoever is impacted gets notified, and then any extras that's on them.
Yeah, I think there's a couple things they want.
All right, we have two more things on the agenda, and,
Adam, before we leave this one, I've got a question, not
Sure.
on the merits of it. But this one, I was struggling, given the length of the abutter list, for this special exception, which affects a few very specific areas.
correct.
Is that whole list truly abutters of this special exception versus abutters to the overall project?
It's hard because the way New Hampshire defines an abutter on this specific project, you just need to notify like 120 people.
Yeah, at $1,500.
Yep, well, we don't pay that,
I know,
yeah.
but still, it
Yeah.
just seems.
Somebody pays it.
It seems to be extreme.
I had him
given
mad as
that
a
the-
hornet delivery guy from, the post office, saying, I've been doing this all day up and down
Yeah.
Matthews Road.
I spent 3 hours in the office
I know.
putting these together.
You have to,
I didn't like it
send
either.
it again.
Yeah.
But your
No,
point
I-
is valid, but, you know, do I feel like, just saying from an abutter perspective, what has already occurred has occurred as it relates to my property.
Right.
So this does not affect directly mine, but if we ever found ourselves in a situation where this became a legal matter, and an attorney from their side, or whoever side was it, pointed and said, you have three things that you're not allowed to sit on a meeting for. One is a butter, two is if you're an employee, or three if you're an employer.
Yeah.
And this is one of those three, pretty clear, so I mean,
Yeah.
I don't
But-
wanna, that would be the only
no,
exception now.
and that's not clear to me, because who are abutters? Are abutters anybody who touches that right-of-way? I'm not sure.
Who's within a certain distance of the property in question.
It's across the street or stream.
Yeah.
And in this case, especially with people abutting a river, you get people across a stream, and that puts you like 1,000 feet away from, yeah, it's tough.
So they don't necessarily have to be in the floodplain itself.
Most people aren't in the floodplain. You've
Yeah,
identified,
that's what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
But, in Eversource's behalf, they're not gonna just piecemeal the project, they want the whole thing done, that's why they're coming to us to see if we'll approve.
And then we have a situation here where the man says that Eversource has taken some of his land, and I don't know if that's true or not, because you have to look at the property records
Yeah.
and see what's really true.
But not recently. The way I read all this is they want permission really to get into the wetlands.
To
and
do
put-
the
put
stuff
their-
that-
Put their wood,
To
Their
do-
equipment.
put their temporary wood
In the
bridges
floodplain.
in
But
the
we
floodplain.
we should discuss this when we actually have a meeting. Could we-
No, again, I'm not trying to get into
We can
the merits
discuss it now.
of the case. I'm trying to understand, for this particular project, who are truly abutters. And it's not clear to me.
No, I completely understand. We had this case, they did a similar project last June, I think it was. And it was the same thing, I had to notify like 130 people. And that's only because New Hampshire's definition of a butter, if you take that parcel of land, anything that touches that parcel, that really long skinny parcel of land, you have to notify, and you don't ever want to be questioned on it.
So it's the
yeah.
parcel of land,
It's in
not
the
that portion of the land covered by the special
Exactly,
exception.
yeah.
The parcel and work's being done, so picture a shed on a piece of property being worked on that might be close to one neighbor and not the other.
Yeah.
It's not probably the best description on this or example, but the point being is that parcel is owned by Eversource, and it touches all these pieces.
An even better example, one that the planning board will see next week, is that when the airport has a project, even if it's near Route 32, the entirety of the perimeter of the airport, all properties touching that have to be notified.
And if we don't
Yeah.
do that, if we don't follow the state statute, then we have another problem if there's any question about it.
Yeah, and so in this case, for them, it's better to be safe. And even if they didn't want to, I would still notify 130 people, even though it takes me 3+ hours to do it.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
be on the safe
It
side.
seems like a waste of time, but
I
if
know.
we don't do it,
No.
and people take it to court or something.
The one time I
If we didn't
don't,
do the
yeah.
abutters, we're
Yeah.
screwed, so.
I mean, there's two things that in serving this board for the time I have, there's two things. I want us to make right decisions and really look at each case, on its own merits. But I also not want to find ourselves in a situation where we've done something that is against the legality of what our
Okay.
position.
Yeah.
That's the one thing, I don't want to see us in court. I don't want to see any of us in court if we can help it.
But also,
no
my contact info is at the bottom of all those papers, and I wish people would use that more before the meeting. Because they can come in and talk to me, or they can email me, and I can send them a screenshot of the floodplain in relation to their
Oh,
property.
on the notice, your
Yeah.
contact information?
Yeah, and I can't send out like a notice that's personalized to everybody. If I could, that'd be amazing, because then you would know instantly that your property's not being affected. But marketing issue on my end, I'll figure it out.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, no problem.
Okay, we have two other pieces of other business. One is election of officers, and then rules of procedure discussion. Do we want to move forward with A? Do you want to discuss B? What do we want to do? We have enough people to,
I think we have
We feel
enough to elect officers, but I just want to say that I probably should not be an officer. I probably should not be the chair or the vice chair. I will stay on the zoning board, even though I'm a select board member, because, number one, I think it's important to have some continuity here. I have one more year in my term, but I also think that it's only a problem if something were to come up, which was an appeal of an administrative decision, in which case I'd recuse myself and the rest of the board would work on it. So I don't think there's going to be many issues there, but I don't think that I need to be an official chair or vice chair. I think that should go to some other members of the board.
Yeah.
Okay? So,
Although
I nominate
I've
Adam for chair.
There you go. I second, if I can, I don't know, I can vote in this.
You're
you are
seated.
seated.
Yeah.
Paul, thank you, I guess. I will say one thing. I mean, I sat on this board for a number of years where Bill Hugwalker was not only a selectman, but also the chairman of the zoning board.
Right.
And there were a few instances where the town was looking to accomplish one thing or another from a zoning board perspective, in which he had to flip hats and roles and become the selectman, you know, approaching the board, and that was something I think you could juggle, but I don't know from official capacity whether or not, I think, Jay, you've done a fantastic job and you would continue to do so. But if you feel strongly enough.
I feel strongly enough, number one, other people should have an opportunity
Sure.
to be
Sure.
in positions of leadership on these boards. And I think that there's also a sense that if there's a potential conflict of interest, that maybe you folks don't see, but I see, I want to feel I'm not letting anybody down by recusing myself at that particular time. I will just say that I discussed this with the town lawyer this morning, who was doing a onboarding for the select board. And his first reaction was that I shouldn't be on the board, but then we talked about it a little bit more. And we decided that as long as I'm ready to recuse myself, if any of the town offices, if the executive branch of the town, which is the select board and the people in the town hall are affected by the decision, then I should probably recuse myself. But those are rare occurrences.
Yeah. Okay,
So
fair
that's
enough.
the thought.
Well, I'll throw one thought here, is that I know Joe and Wayne both come on to the board. I think you guys are gonna do fantastic jobs, and Wayne has been part of this as an alternate for a number of years. I think Ann, you know, has been sitting on this board for 6 years,
No.
and you have some perspectives and so forth that could be, you know, could be vital and very useful to what we're doing. So I can nominate someone. I would nominate you, Ann, for vice chair.
And your term is 1 year, right? Are you up in 1 year?
I'm done in a year,
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna run again. So
But you're here for a year,
if-
right, at least?
I'm
Until
here,
I convince you to stay another 3 years?
well, I'm here for a year.
Come on, Ann.
But I would do it unless someone else is interested, because I will tell you that I'm not gonna run again. My plate is as full as it can be, and I will commit to the rest of this year.
It's too bad that Wayne isn't here, because Wayne and Joe would be options, and Wayne has sat as an alternate for many, many years.
Mhm.
So there's that thing too.
Yeah,
And
And
Wayne-
I'm not lobbying for the position at all, but I served on the Chesterfield zoning board for 3 years and served on the planning board for 12.
Yeah, so you
With
have a
10
lot
of
of board
those,
experience.
10 of those, there's the vice chair. So I don't come to this board with a lack of experience, but again, I'm not lobbying for a position.
Right.
and with
I would
Wayne-
say we can wait, but the clerk has informed me that you guys need to make a decision
Well,
by the end of the
it's
month.
in our rules of procedure that it has to happen in March.
Exactly, yeah, so.
It is in
Well,
there.
I
Those
would, I
were
would continue,
2011.
I would continue to, unless you were refusing it, to nominate you for vice chair.
All right, well, we don't have,
Does someone have to second that, or is that a?
Wayne's not here.
Does that mean we should elect him?
You can't really put him on by default because he's not here. That might be
Well,
nice.
I would like to call the
think that's
question
fair.
on Adam's nomination and get that out of the way.
Since
while we're
he's
thinking
in
about the
Florida.
rest.
Sounds
yeah,
good.
let's-
Yeah,
So, did somebody second my nomination?
I'll second it.
Okay, Pete did.
You did before.
Pete
I thought I
seconded the
did.
nomination of Adam as chair for
No,
next
I
year.
seconded Adam's
Those in favor?
nomination.
Aye.
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 Adam is the chair. All
Yay.
right, Chair. Now you got to run the election for the vice chair.
So again, I will say the same thing. If you feel that you don't want to, if you're refusing it, then I won't push it any further.
I'm not refusing it if it's needed to meet the needs of the town.
Okay, so I would nominate Ann Karasinski to vice chair.
I will second that.
Any discussion on the motion?
Any other nominations?
All those in favor, please so say by saying aye.
Aye.
Welcome, Ann.
Congratulations, Ann.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You've done a great job, and you will continue to do a good job with this.
You do a good job.
Okay, so we have a chair and a vice
Rules
chair.
of procedure.
Rules and procedure discussion.
Is there any particular item you're looking to discuss on these rules?
Start time, my yearly discussion of the start time.
Oh, the start time.
Oh, 7.
I'm
7.
gonna bring it up and then I'm gonna forget about it. So don't even worry
Just
about
throw
me.
it up there.
There's
I'm gonna
no
be
other
here
part of
whenever-
this rule of procedure you think is problematical?
The start time.
Or has changed?
Have you heard anything else on the now?
We
brought
could,
to your attention?
we could make a commitment to, like, moving briskly along. We could do that.
You guys have been great.
7 is good, but we should be brisk.
You want to put a stop date on it?
What?
Stop time?
There already is a stop.
I thought there was.
We have a,
10 o'clock?
No,
10
no
o'clock.
new,
No
no
new-
new
we can't
cases
hear
by
anything
10
new
o'clock.
after.
No new
No
hearings.
new hearings after 9.
Yeah, 9.
No, 9.
Is that,
And
is
10
that
o'clock and
And 10
appropriate?
o'clock is typically our
Yeah, that's typical.
Adjournment.
pull the
Yeah.
plug.
Okay,
So that's why we have to vote to adjourn, because otherwise we adjourn at 10.
yeah,
We just sit here and
yeah. I hear you.
we have to wait till 10.
So do we have to, Adam, are we supposed to vote on these?
Nope, I
Or
wanted
is
to
this
bring them
just-
up for discussion, so.
Okay.
I want you guys to review them, speak on any items that you might want to change, because you guys can change these. We can't change them legally, without a public hearing.
Yeah.
But, you know, you discuss changes, and if you want to change anything, let me know. I can notice it, and then we can discuss it. next
Otherwise,
meeting.
these stay the way they are,
Yep.
signed by the people who signed them,
Yeah,
back
we
in
did
whatever.
it, we did it 2026.
Yep.
Yes?
No, not redated. 'cause
No, it stays the
So
So we're
same,
not gonna,
No.
unless we edit it.
unless we change them.
If we change them,
Yeah, okay.
we could change a period or a colon or something.
I
Yeah.
understand, but a date or a time.
Without having any specifics, 15 years since the last change would suggest they should be reviewed if not changed.
Yeah, I think they should be brought up every year. So
Well, can we commit to reviewing before the next meeting?
I would be very happy with that.
Okay.
So agenda item, we discuss whether we want to adopt the same ones or make
Absolutely.
changes next time.
Yep.
Okay.
And if you want to change or have any suggestions, let's
Get him
think
out
about those before we come.
before we.
I will also be doing some marketing for some alternates. We need 3. We are
Does-
very short on members, so I'm gonna be going hard on marketing.
do we need to have an election, do we need to have does it need to be voted on to add, where we have the order of business? Should regional impact be listed there? Or does it matter?
For
That's- That's really like,
the procedural piece you're
Yeah.
referring to?
is that
In
something?
in the rules of procedure?
Yeah, on page 57.
That's interesting. Let me
Is
see if
that-
they're included in the planning board.
Does that need to be there, or,
I don't think it needs to be
You don't
because
need
it's
to
an
be.
RSA, but let me see.
I was just wondering, wasn't sure if it was, I know it's a question we ask.
Well, it forces us to look at this and say, do we need to involve other towns in
Right.
something that's coming to the board? It needs to happen, whether it needs to be in the procedures themselves.
I don't know, I'm just a question.
Thanks for bringing that up, Ann, because I'm looking at the planning boards, and they do have regional impact vote included in their rules of procedure. It might be a good addition.
So the order of business
There,
number
then
5
I've
might
done my
include that.
job, and I
Yeah.
can go home now.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Number 5.
Adam, do you have a Word version of this so we can make cut and paste or?
No Word version
Redlining.
exists, but I will make a Word version, and I'll send it out tomorrow.
Okay.
Does that
Yeah,
work?
this is this way not, PDFs are tough to modify.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'll send out a Word version to everybody.
Okay, great, thank you.
No problem. Yeah, I see what you're talking about, Ann, so I will make a note.
Okay,
Yeah, that should absolutely be in there. Good catch.
Okay. Well, does anyone else have any other words of
Motion to
wisdom?
adjourn?
A motion to adjourn has been made. Do I hear a second? Joe
Joe made
made
the
the
motion
motion to adjourn. I'll second it.
I knew you would. I knew if nobody did, you would.
All those in favor of adjourning, please do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay. Congratulations again, bud.
Congratulations.
And